Welcome back to TechKidFX for another price prediction update, and in this video I'll be giving you a price prediction update on HARMONYONE, whose current price stands at the $0.01435 mark, and here on TradingView the market is up by 3.39%. and in this video I want to give you the key scenarios that I expect to play out, basing my analysis on the EBOOK structures, the Fibonacci's, and also the key areas of support and resistances. Also give you the short-term and the long-term scenarios that I expect to play out here on the HARMONYONE chart, and allow me to kickstart the video by giving you a brief of what has been happening here on the daily chart, and also the long-term scenario that I expect to play out. So HARMONYONE, from these low prices that we had been trading within, we saw a very nice bounce to the upper side in a movement that has been obeying the EBOOK structures, taking us back to an all-time high at around the $0.38 mark. And in that movement here on the daily chart, we can term that as a higher EBOOK wave count 1 to the upper side. We can term that as a higher EBOOK wave count 1 to the upper side. Then after making it to an all-time high, we have been seeing this massive ABC corrective movement, which has now taken us back to around the $0.3212 mark. And in that movement, I'm terming it here on the daily chart as a higher EBOOK wave count 2 to the lower side. Then I'm expecting a higher EBOOK wave count 3 once we see the low for that higher EBOOK wave count 2. Then expect a wave 4 before we continue pushing even higher in the formation of that wave 5. And getting a little bit into the details of the formation of this EBOOK wave structure that I have right here, in the formation of this wave 2, which is a corrective wave, we also expected to see an ABC corrective movement, and I believe we are seeing such a structure right here in this bear market that we are in at the moment. And giving you a measure from the all-time high, you can see that HARMONYONE is down more than 90%, and that means there are chances that we might have seen the bear market low, because the market is down from the all-time high by 97.11%, meaning there are chances that we might have seen the bear market low, and very soon we might see that a reversal to the upper side in this impulsive movement in the formation of this wave 3, and giving you a minimum target area to the upper side in the formation of this wave 3, which I expect to play out in the next bull market. I can sketch out a minimum target area using the trend-based Fibonacci, connecting it from the low of the first wave down here to the high of that wave 1, and then dragging the fibs to the low of the second wave, and that gives me a minimum target area to the upper side at the fib level 1.618, and that is at around the $0.62609 mark, and that is the minimum that I would expect HARMONYONE to do to the upper side in the formation of this wave 3 in the next bull market, before we continue pushing even higher in the formation of our wave 5. And in that movement to the upper side, that will be giving us another new high, that is another all-time high here on the HARMONYONE chart. So this is the long-term scenario that I'm expecting to play out here on the HARMONYONE chart. And jumping to the 1 hour chart so that I can give you the short-term scenarios that can play out here on the HARMONYONE chart. Here on the 1 hour chart, you can see this is where we made our low at around the $0.012 mark, and after seeing that low, we have been seeing a very nice bounce to the upper side in a movement that might be the start of that wave 3 that I'm expecting on the long-term scenario. That is assuming that the low for that high EBOOK wave count 2 is in, and because a wave 3 to the upper side is an impulsive wave, we also expect to see fractal waves in formation within that wave 3, and I believe we are seeing such a structure right here that is obeying the EBOOK wave structures, having these as the wave 1 to the upper side. Then we have seen a wave 2, then I'm expecting a very nice bounce to the upper side in the formation of a wave 3 before we see a wave 4 and continue pushing even higher in the formation of a wave 5. And once we complete the formation of this fractal wave, we can then name that as a higher EBOOK wave count 1 to the upper side, which is a fractal wave within that higher EBOOK wave count 3 to the upper side. And getting a little bit into the details of the formation of this EBOOK wave structure that we have right here, so that I can give you the short-term scenarios that can play out here on the HARMONYONE chart. In the formation of a second wave, which is a corrective wave, we also expect to see that is an ABC corrective structure in formation within that wave 2, and I believe we are seeing such a structure right here, having this as the wave A, then a wave B, then we continued pushing even lower in the formation of a wave C, which fully maximized the formation of this higher EBOOK wave count 2 right here. And having seen this low for this second wave, there are chances that whatever we are seeing over here might be the formation of this wave 3, and because a wave 3 to the upper side is an impulsive wave, we also expect to see fractal waves in formation within that wave 3. So I'm expecting other fractal waves to be in formation right here to complete the formation of this wave 3 to the upper side, and giving you a minimum target area to the upper side in the formation of this wave 3. I can use the trend based Fibonacci, connecting it from the low of the first wave down there to the high of that wave 1, then dragging the fibs to the low of the second wave, and that gives me a minimum target area to the upper side in at the fib level 1.618, and that is at around the $0.01643 mark. So there are chances that in case HARMONYONE continues to push even higher, manage to break above the wave 1 high at around the $0.01474 mark, there are chances that we might continue pushing even higher and make it back to around the $0.1648 mark. That is in the formation of this wave 3 before we expect a retracement in our wave 4, and then continue pushing even higher in our wave 5 to complete that high Elliot wave count 1 to the upper side. And we also need to have in mind that maybe the low is not yet in, so there are chances of invalidating this Elliot wave structure that I have right here and make a new low, and from that point we can start sketching out another Elliot wave structure to the upper side and view this movement that we have right here as something else. But for now we are trading above the 20-day MA, which is a good indication that HARMONYONE is likely to continue pushing even higher because we have support of the 20-day MA. Also taking a look at the indicators here on the 1 hour chart to see what movements will be supported on the RSI. On the RSI we are trading at around the 65 mark, meaning we have a bit of room for us to support any movements to the upper side before we get into the overbought region, but massive room for us to support any movements to the lower side. Also taking a look at the MACD. Here on the MACD we have printed a bullish cross, and that would mean higher prices are coming our way. So let's be patient and see how that plays out, and I'll keep you updated.